Welcome, everybody. Sportsbook Review. I'm Mike Brenner from The Odds Couple, and I'm talking today to Joe Gavazzi, one of my favorite presenters that we do work with. And we have started a series on Wednesdays for early lines for college football, how to get that advantage early and how to jump out and get it done before everybody else places the bets and the lines move. Joe Gavazzi is an expert at that, and today we got a pretty interesting game. Santa Clara going to Portland. All right, these two met earlier in the year, 70-42, if I'm correct. I think was a score. Santa Clara buried this team. Now, the line is -3, Santa Clara on the road. It's got me scratching my head. One of my Twitter followers, who is very, very faithful and loyal, used to play for this Santa Clara squad, and he's got a really good read. He thinks tonight that this line is a little bit too low. He thinks they can still go in and get it done, he said, by double digits, and he thinks the second half is when they're going to pour it on. So with that being said, Joe, Santa Clara at Portland, what's up with this line, and do you think this is something that maybe the books just missed?
Your friend is absolutely right. Santa Clara is the play here because it is official, Mike. The Portland Pilots are a towel tosser. There can be no doubt about that. It all started with the 7-42 loss to Santa Clara back in January, and yes, it has been a downward spiral ever since. 7 of the 8 losses since that time have come by 16 or more points. They have failed to cover the point spread in that time by 85 points. And since losing their leading scorer, Wintering, good for 20 points a game, in the last 5 games, they have averaged only 55 points a game. There can be no doubt that the Pilots have tossed the towel on the season. Santa Clara, meanwhile, under first-year coach Herbie Sendek, has super surged with a 6-3 straight-up record to gain that all-important 4th spot in the West Coast Conference behind the big 3 of the Zags, St. Mary's, and BYU. Well, it's going to be more of the same. Even though Santa Clara is laying as many points on the road as they were at home in the first meeting, it's not nearly enough for Portland to keep in the game. The Portland Pirates continue their downward spiral, and the Santa Clara Broncos get the bucking win.
I love the categories of your games. I mean, the towel tosser. I love it, Joe. I just want to know if you come up with them or does Nava come up with them. Hey, listen.
Nava comes up with those.
Okay. Did you hear that, Dennis?
I am only the figurehead of the operation. There are plenty of brains behind all this.
Well, that's good to know, and you're doing very well as the figurehead. Joe, I got to ask you something, and I know the viewers are probably thinking the same, okay? Why is this line only -3? Again, they lost Wintering, and he was 20 points a game, and you got Herb Sendek. That guy is a very, very good coach with a hell of a resume. Why is this line only -3, and is this just something that's overlooked?
Well, this is a very interesting question for you to ask. Were this to have happened in the first 8 games of the season, the Portland power rating would have changed by as much as 10 points. But because lines are moved based on year-to-date records as well as current form, the line movement is much slower and much less in the course of the conference season. And that's the reason this line has swung much less than it would have early in the year.
Okay, very well said, and that's very good insight, and I think that's very important for our viewers to get the edge. I have to agree with you and my Twitter follower. He is absolutely, Werner Nessler's his name, and this kid knows his stuff. I think this is one that we might want to jump on right away. Viewers, Santa Clara on the road -3, taking on a team that lost one of its key starters and also a team they buried 70-42 not too long ago. So with that being said, all right, take the advice and cash that ticket. Joe, as always, it's great to have you on. Give a well-deserved plug for your website to our viewers, winningsportsadvice.com.
Well, it is called winningsportsadvice.com, and I want you to not only check out free picks that appear there from time to time, but click on the articles about college basketball. Just about every week, I write an article such as Defensive Dandies, the Defensive Duds, or the team who are play on and play against based on their recent momentum. It's a great site to use, and there's information up there each and every day. It's winningsportsadvice.com. Good luck to you, Warren, to you, Mike, and to all you guys out there as we win with Santa Clara tomorrow night.
Thank you so much, Joe. As always, I appreciate it. You're one of a kind, and you do a great job over there. So keep it up, my man.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SPR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.